Well, we're at the Old Barn Resort with our first camping outing for the year, and as you can see, the birds are having a fit. These are all barn swallows, and there's hundreds of them every year. The trick with this place is getting around here without getting drizzled on. So this is pretty much where we always camp, because it's got everything. It's got the barn, which has got a bar restaurant. It's got a biking trail. The biking trails are miles and miles. It's got a river for fishing, except the river is really high right now, and the golf course. Plus it's got, the pool and all the other amenities, but for us, it's got everything we'd ever want. So, we arrived yesterday, played some golf, had a nice fire. It was very comfortable out. And right now I'm headed to Preston, which is the trout capital of Minnesota. There's the trail. And we'll see if we can snag a few trout. So this is my first outing for that also. So I got my frog tong waders on. And we'll see. I think right now it's 72 degrees. The weather changed rather quickly. We went from non-stop rain and cold temperatures to now we're in the 70s. It's going to be probably 80 today, maybe warmer than that tomorrow, and then the rain comes back. But we're leaving Thursday, so we got a couple days in here. Today's Tuesday. We got tomorrow, and tomorrow you pay once and you play golf all day long. So we're going to get the golf cart tomorrow morning, and we'll end up, usually we play 27, 36 holes. It's a really good deal. Now, just, I think it's 4 miles away, there's a little town of Fountain, and the bike trail from our campground goes to Fountain. It goes to Preston, which is about, I think, 9 miles, and Lanesboro, which is 7. So it's a really nice bike trail. And Fountain, if you didn't know this, is the sinkhole capital of Minnesota. If you do, I'll have to do an aerial over Fountain. Every place you see a clump of trees is a sinkhole. So the farmers stay away from that part, obviously. And last night I was coming through here, right about here, and a deer was standing on the side of the road. And they have the friendliest deer out here. It stood patiently on the side of the road until I slowed down, and then it walked across. Very traffic conscious deer. So I'm actually headed to Preston, and then about a mile or two past Preston is a bridge, and I'm not real sure what the name of the stream is, but it looks pretty good. So I'm going to be scoping that one out. I think I missed the mayfly hatch. The weather was too crappy, which I miss every year because the weather's usually bad, and I'm a little late. They do computer balancing here. So if your computer's out of balance, bring it to Preston, and this garage will balance it for you. I think that's what that means. I don't know. Got a little fountain thing going on over here. It's a miniature version of Arizona Fountain Hills. It's about 520 feet shorter. The bike trail comes in just to my left here. There's a park and a little museum thing. And this is the downtown Preston area. There used to be a trout shop up ahead here, but they buttoned up, I guess. Not enough trout biz. So this is the Root River we're going over right now, and it's pretty high, and you can't really see it, but it's really muddy too. There it is. took that little gravel road last night, checked out some areas out there, but I found a pretty good spot here. Pay no attention to that speed limit sign. I don't know why it's 30 miles an hour here in the middle of nowhere. So I'm actually driving 30. Oh, it's so nice and comfortable. This is a lot better than winter, I can tell you that right now. Usually I go straight ahead. There's a spot there where I fish, but I got a different spot I'm going to try. And it's right here. So there's a lot of room here for fishing. So give it a shot. And they got a ladder there to get across. Anytime you see one of those, it's open territory. You can fish without any problem. So I'll have to look up what the name of this little stream is and post that. But I'm going to go way down. Let's see, the river is going that way. So I'm going to go way over there by that clump of trees and work my way upstream, because the fish are looking this way. So you kind of cast over their heads. And I might try some downstream where I'll throw a beaded fly out there, a wet fly, and let it drift downstream. But that's a little trickier because you got to make sure they don't see you. If you see the fish, they already saw you. So that is the rule. And if I'm lucky, I'll catch a fish. So we'll see. Well, that was a success. I caught about a 10-incher on a wet fly, and then I found a little spot where they were rising, and I caught about a 14-incher on a dry fly. So that worked out pretty good, actually. I was only here about an hour and a half. Got 2 fish. That's above average for me. So it is actually lunchtime, so I'm taking the shortcut home. I think it's 4 miles. I'm going to probably do about a 15 or 20 mile loop there. I've been on this before. If you take it right up ahead, it goes from tar to gravel to something that resembles gravel. Went on that last night. It wasn't too bad a ride. I have an advantage with the sport trike because I can pretty much go anywhere. Yeah, this is the road that turns into dirt. So we'll go past this one this time and see what's further ahead. A lot of traffic on this road. Mostly trucks. Beautiful countryside though. And it is 75 degrees. This is absolutely perfect. Slight breeze. My typical one-handed driving style. So I have an opportunity to get a Can-Am Riker. Salvage Yard called me. They had one come in, and they said they thought of me immediately. It's a front-end hit. There's aluminum frame members in the front that are broken, and the plastic's broken. The radiator's bent but reusable, and it doesn't have a key. You know, for some reason, people crash these things, and I don't know, they throw away the keys. It's just dumb. So what I'd have to do is put it on a trailer, haul it to Leo's, who is a Can-Am dealer, and they would put it on the computer and program a key for it. Because before I do anything, I'd have to make sure it at least runs. The frame pieces that are broken, I would rebuild them in steel rather than the aluminum, so that'd be okay. I'm about 99% confident I could get the thing back to normal. And I got to check on aftermarket plastic, otherwise I'd have to fabricate metal for it. I just don't know if it's one of those things that's worth fixing. You know, they sell brand new. This is a 900. I think brand new they're about 10 grand. Used it'd be about 7. And crashed with a salvage title, you know, maybe 5. So I really don't know if it'd be worth it. If I did it, it'd be just because it'd be fun to do. So I don't know. I don't think I'd buy it. They want a couple $1,000 for it, and I told them no. I don't think that would work. What I might do though is work a deal with them. If the thing runs, I'll fix it up and they can sell it and split the profits with me. That might work. I'd go for that one. But we'll see. You know, I don't really want to do anything until fall anyway. Maybe some scrapper will buy it and they'll part it out and just use it for parts. I don't know. But, you know, I've done quite a few salvage bikes and stuff, and I'm still a big believer in it. I think if you want to get a really good deal and you want something that's decent and isn't going to cost you $1 zillion, get a salvage bike. They are the way to go. You know, people get afraid of them because they think, oh, they're going to go down the road crooked or something, and you couldn't be more wrong. It's always cosmetic. And usually in motorcycles, it's broken mirrors or a cracked piece of plastic. If there's a scratch on the frame, they junk the title, so it's really impossible to buy a bad one. You know, unless something's wrong with the motor. But I've bought them with, you know, broken crankcases and stuff. You can fix all that stuff. You just have to know how. So, I don't know. Going forward, I might end up buying a few more salvage bikes. That seems to be a pretty good gig. So I'm getting further and further away from where I should be. I've never been on this road. What does it look like? It looks like a windy gravel thing. There's a lot of gravel roads out in this neck of the woods. And I don't mind the gravel. In fact, if we go for a ride, what I normally do is take a road like that and just see where it goes. You know, I did forget my drone. That's kind of a bummer. I was going to fly it over that spot I was just fishing, and kind of helps. You can spot the good places without having to walk the whole thing, but I kind of forgot. Well, the birds are active like crazy. That is something. So, not real busy. We show up on a weekday, so Thursday this place will be packed and we'll be leaving. So we have this site right here in front, which is nice. I got my Endeavor logo there. And we are right next to the garbage cans. Oh, isn't that nice? So it's time to cook up a meal. Not trout. Put them back.